And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I am your host Ray. With me as always, we have Father.
Shout out to the big women.
Yeah. We have Dion.
Good evening.
We have Crystal.
Hola.
We have D Wolf.
Yo, yo.
And we have Shining Wolf.
Howdy.
How we doing today, fellas and lady?
Damn good.
You're doing alright. I can't complain.
Yo. Yo, Father, if you see Picky at a porn convention, would you pay $100 for a picture?
Hell, motherfucking no.
Yeah.
Hell
Even
no.
though she a legend, you're not gonna get that picture.
Ray, I am not taking a picture with Pinky. That's not happening.
Oh,
I'm not
Pinky.
even gonna be in the same room as her.
Wow.
And that's
We
not
talking about-
no disrespect. Just no.
Yeah, I'm talking about the adult actors. Yeah.
I respectfully decline.
Huh.
I wouldn't either, even though like I think it cost me some good money to take pictures of the Yellow Ranger Aisha. But I was going to get that picture anyway, so it didn't matter. But that's it.
I mean, the type of nigga I am, I'm not paying anyone for a motherfucking picture. You a speck of flesh and blood just like me. The fuck I'm paying you for? The hell? What? Because you on TV? There's a whole lot of other people on TV. Pick another one.
Yeah. Speaking of
Pick
big girls,
another
because they was kind of clowning Peking this week because they see how she looked.
That's how she was looking. She been on a weight loss journey recently, and she's more slimmed down a little bit.
So when was that picture taken? Because everybody's saying that picture was recent.
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. But yeah, I could see that shit coming like a mile away though. Like, if you like that thick in your 30s, it's only a matter of time for it to catch up with you. Your metabolism goes down, not up, as you get older.
Yeah, I'm not knocking her being that big, but the jokes is just hilarious. I think my favorite is she done went from Pinky to Big Toe. That's I think that's my favorite.
Classic. Classic.
Yeah, but it also showed me that there are some women dudes would just
Niggas
fuck
don't care.
just off of
Yeah.
yeah niggas would just
Niggas
fuck
don't care.
yeah niggas don't care. But a lot of people said that they fuck Pinky off of nostalgia. And it's like,
No. That's a dumbass
Nah.
reason. That is a dumbass reason.
I understand, but there was a couple people that were saying that shit. I fuck Pinky just for because of the name and the nostalgia. I said, what?
Niggas have no standards, especially.
No, my issue is okay. So I know this is probably going to be a wild ass topic to start off with, even though it might not be a topic. But I hate how how American porn is like fucking shown. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm talking about, like the fucking titles of the movies and some of the fucking videos and shit. Like how they be talking about Black BBC gets like, bruh, chill out, or Ebony bitch gets bulldozed by 5 monster cocks. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not trying to watch that shit. Like, what the hell?
See, first of all, me personally, I don't even watch like the actual porn stars like that. I stick to the amateur shit.
I mean,
Amateur shit is pretty good.
Yeah, the amateur shit is pretty good, but nothing beats Twitter porn. Twitter porn is the
Oh
best
no,
shit I've
no,
ever seen in my
nothing
life.
beats. I agree with that. That Twitter porn is yeah. Bunch of nasty hoes on there.
I just think porn is
It's
stupid.
Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if y'all ever pay attention to some of the ads. It's just like dudes. For some reason, a man always got his dick out, and he just tripped and fall into some pussy, and then the girl's just like, "That's okay." And
I
then
saw that.
they just
I
start
know exactly
fucking
what
it,
you're talking about.
Yeah,
and
I've seen a few of those.
it's just like this is stupid. It's like,
Right.
and
It's
I
silly.
understand like people having porn addictions, but but when you maybe just me looking at it, just like. And maybe it's because I am a film student. Like none of this shit happens in real life, so I don't know what is it they get addicted off. Because it damn sure ain't the story. And
That's the thing. It's that fantasy because, like you said, a lot of the shit they be doing in the
uh,
videos don't happen for real. A lot of it has
nah,
to
but,
do with the fantasy.
nah, but some shit is just like overly stupid, like
Like
overly.
that one
You
video of
mean you
Brian.
mean fault?
And
Nah, like that
there's
one
shit
video of
that's
Brian
overly
Pumper fucking
stupid.
cracking the egg on that one bitch who was fucking doggy style.
Yes, and, and my personal favorite, the nigga lamp.
Mm-mm.
Huh?
No,
The,
bro, the nigga lamp is hilarious. That's a classic.
the nigga, yeah, I take it you don't know what the nigga lamp is.
Nope.
Yeah, the
Me
nigga.
neither.
Okay, you can actually watch this on YouTube. This part is just like safe for work. But the dude was hiding. This white girl was hiding this black dude from her mother. So he puts a lampshade on top of the black dude's head, and the mother comes in. It's like something wrong with your lamp, and then she pulls on him. The man, I think he goes click, but it's like the lights ain't working. He's like, oh, the light don't work. Uh, I would go to the store and get you a new light bulb. It's some dumb shit like that. That's just like, yo, what the fuck
What?
is?
Dude,
But you know
wow.
we talking about lamps. Yo, shout out to the Popeyes chick because that's a legend. She's a fucking legend.
Oh,
Oh, Jenna, I
see,
think her
I
name Jenna
saw
Fox
that.
or something like that. Yeah. For some reason, when it comes to memes, always there. That and a very loud orgasm scream. It's like those are the.
Bruh. I don't know. Like the fact that he was screaming that loud for some fucking white pussy just it doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right in my
It,
spirit.
it doesn't, but I always say he was trying to go Super Saiyan. But that's.
That nigga was not going super saiyan. He was going super nigga.
Nigga saying,
I feel
Look,
like that was his ancestors fighting him. At least it's like, don't do it with that white woman, boy.
no,
Not do it. It's like already
bruh.
too late.
Yeah, I just wanna I just wanna see the look the ancestors give you in the afterlife when they find out you done married one of the enemy's offspring. What's the look that they gonna give you?
Man. It's probably that look that Samuel Jackson did in Django when he first saw Django on a horse. That's probably
who
that.
this nigga on that man?
Who is this nigga on his neck?
Who is this nigga on that cracker?
Oh man, I love that movie. I watched that. I watched that movie when there's nothing on, and I don't feel like watching that. I just put on Django.
Shit.
But speaking of Jamie Foxx and transitioning, who saw that video where someone tried to tackle Dave Chappelle and they put the brakes on it? They beat the brakes off that man.
I did. That was a comedy skit in itself.
Oh my god!
Why, of
I
all
don't.
people, why would you attempt to tackle Dave Chappelle?
No, it's what he said
No.
afterwards. Can we talk about what he said afterwards? He was like a
It
kid
was a
in
trans
school.
man.
It was a trans man.
It
No,
was a
he said,
trans
hold
man.
up, I gotta see his ass get stopped.
He said, "I'm gonna kill that motherfucker." He said a bunch of shit.
So did Chappelle whoop his ass himself, or like
Nigga, everybody whooped his ass.
Everybody
Everybody
got
did.
in.
Like 10
Everybody got
people
in on
got
The
that
in.
shit.
answer is everybody. You know how Smash Ultimate it says everybody is here? Everybody was there beating the brakes off that
It
nigga.
was bad.
Fucking Jamie Foxx was beating the shit out of him too. Like,
You know
On
that
damn,
stage,
thing where they're
nigga.
like, fight back, nigga,
wow?
fight back, fight
Oh,
back,
that's why
nigga.
he brought up Jamie Foxx.
didn't
Yeah, because he
people
was
from the
there.
crowd get on stage to help kick his ass and then gave a pound to Chappelle?
Oh shit!
You know that also I only usually hear that in like wrestling stories where it's like some of the fans get drunk enough and try to tackle the wrestlers and they
Mm.
take them backstage and whip their ass. I've never heard that in a comedy show, but I'm glad they did whip his. Did you see the picture of? I don't know what was funnier, the jokes that was said afterwards, or the picture of the dude.
That nigga's
See now, oh
that
yeah,
nigga's
they
arm. That
fucked him
nigga's
up.
arm was backwards.
That
His
nigga
arm was
literally.
on
I
backwards.
saw the after effect. Yeah, they fucked him up.
My nigga literally looked like Mojo Jojo after he got his ass whipped by the Powerpuff Girls, man.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
Nah, you
Mojo
know, bro,
Jojo though.
Ray, you know what I saw when I fucking saw that picture? You know what I heard in my head? You know that
What?
fucking defeat sound from Street Fighter 2? When somebody oh
Which one? Because like,
you know the classic Street Fighter 2 sound when you
The
get beat
classic
up.
Street Fighter 2 one.
like that.
No. Thank you, Shining Wolf. Thank you.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that motherfucker was. Yeah, that motherfucker. That
Oh
motherfucker. He
man,
got the
that'd have
beat
been a
of his
great
life.
meme. That'd have definitely been a great meme. Just have Ryu or Dave Chappelle there, and then have his after.
They didn't be like, go home and be a family man.
Yes.
That's
Oh
hilarious.
my god. You
Yeah,
you know the weirdest part about him jumping? It was like, what was the point? It was like the dude is a SoundCloud rapper, and he had a replica gun with a knife on it. So like two things that just like went through my head is what was the point of him doing that, and how the hell did he get that in the fucking security? There was a metal detector.
honestly, you want to know what I think it is? I feel
What?
like so I feel like he felt like he was an Avenger. He felt like he had to do something because of the fact that Dave Chappelle pretty much got away scot free and not being canceled for his last special, because his one of his relatives came out when he was talking about he's like really really in tune with like the trans community or whatever. So I felt like in his mind he had to do something, for the trans community.
So what?
And he made a fool out
Okay,
of
but
himself.
attacking Dave Chappelle wasn't it though? That
Yeah,
was
attacking Dave Chappelle was not it, but the A. But you know what it is? Actions have consequences, and those were the consequences.
Yeah, he
How
just made it. If he did do it for them, he made the situation. He ain't helped the situation at all.
did not.
Because now people are like, I'm not sure if he had anything to do with activism. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, he probably did. I don't know. But a lot of people are assuming that he did, and they're like, see, this is what happened when you go too woke.
I feel like even
So,
people in the trans community is like, yeah, that ain't it.
yeah.
Yeah, because it
hell.
makes
You
them look
have
bad.
there were people in like within the LGBT and all of that that was riding with Chappelle. So it's just like at the end of the day, what was your intention? What was you doing?
Well, this is why I always say sometimes your allies could be your worst enemy because they might be the ones that motherfucker take it to over the edge and do it in like your name when you really don't want that to happen. So sometimes that's why I said a lot of people, if whoever's your ally, you got to make sure you got to check them because a lot of them they might take it over the top where you not even want to try to go there. So I guess he
Right.
never got the memo.
Also, I don't know if y'all heard, but the dude is actually a Trump supporter.
That is
Oh, all
even
right, fuck him,
weirder. But do
fuck him.
you understand why I think this whole thing is weird? It's like it's like everything is just like it don't coexist. It doesn't comprehend.
Yeah, nothing about this shit makes sense at
The
all.
math isn't master.
Nigga, this is a
That's
Boondocks
why.
episode.
That's why
This
I'm
is
not
a
sure.
live
I'm not
Boondocks
really
episode.
sure this dude is is he's a activist or not. Really, not so sure because he a Trump supporter, but he's attacking Dave Chappelle because he said something about made jokes about trans people. It doesn't really make sense.
Shit, like Ray said, the math ain't mathing.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't get me wrong. It's like everybody. If like if what you heard is what you heard, then I guess if we're going off of that, it's just like he's probably just crazy. I hate to throw out the crazy thing, but he's probably just motherfucking crazy.
You're not the only person that had that take though. If someone's like mental illness will make you do some crazy shit.
Nah, you want to know the biggest reach I ever heard? there was some people sitting there talking about, well, you see how Will Smith's actions inspired his act. I'm like, what?
Will
Yeah,
Smith's
everybody's been
actions
going
didn't
into that.
inspire a
Nah,
damn thing.
actually, that's a lot of people actually predicted. A lot of people actually predicted that that would happen at some point, and it's happened once with Ti, and it's actually something that's been happening a long time ago. So it's going to be real hard to really equate it with Will Smith
That's what I'm
because
saying.
people have been doing it for a long time. It's just that it wasn't like brought to your attention as much before. So now it's going to be a micro. It's going to be a microscopic lens on it if someone does it again, which they probably will. Well,
Bruh,
most
yo,
definitely will.
I am not ready for these fucking think pieces and these fucking narrative pieces. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. You're stupid.
Oh, you
Stop
know
talking
they're
about it,
coming.
bruh.
You know they are
All
coming.
these fucking narratives and people talking about, if Dave Chappelle wasn't so homophobic and transphobic, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh, they try to cancel him for that. It's a transphobe joke. It was a trans man joke. They was trying to cancel him for that.
Bruh, you can't cancel Dave Chappelle. Dave
Nah.
Chappelle is bigger than entertainment.
Who was trying to cancel? Because I think people gave up on trying to cancel Dave
Not
Chappelle.
so, but the thing about cancel culture is that it's an ongoing thing. Like they will always badmouth your name. If they're not gonna cancel you, every time you say something positive about the nigga, you gonna have a few people hollering with they fucking subway lunch meat breaths in there talking about Dave Chappelle is transphobic. Like,
It,
okay,
it's, it's like a bad guy in a superhero sitcom. He's like, "I'll get you next time, transphobe."
But yeah, but what do y'all think about people who say that cancel culture isn't a real thing?
I mean, okay, so it's a real thing. The only issue is it's not taken seriously. That's what I
Yeah,
think it
yeah,
is. It's like it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf type shit. It's like we hear you, but you're dumb, so we're just gonna ignore you
yeah.
type shit.
Some
I
people,
say
Sounds about right.
I
I
think
say it depends on who you're trying to cancel.
yeah, yeah,
Because
Well, you
the
damn sure not gonna cancel Dave
if you
Chappelle.
yeah. That's
if you
that's pretty
let's
much it.
I'm gonna just give this example. Let's say the Beehive. If you're gonna go after the Beehive, you might kiss your career goodbye. Look at Carrie Hilson. I haven't seen her since, and she had a promising career.
mm,
She went after the Beehive. You don't see her no more. I
oh,
think
it's
she's
your
scared to
way.
get on Twitter.
She's sung, huh? I'm sorry.
There's only like three things. There's only like three things that will cancel Dave Chappelle: hit hitting a woman, kicking a cripple, and
Mm,
molesting a child. Those are the only things that get him canceled.
I was about
Anything
to say.
short of
I
that,
think honestly, I think you can survive two of those three if
two
it's
of those
funny
three.
enough. If it's funny enough.
That's funny.
because how people
The
change.
third one, not so
Talk
much, but
about
the
that guy.
first two, yeah, it was funny enough. Okay. Any last words before we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, I just think cancel culture does exist, and the people that think it doesn't exist have agreed of all the topics of shutting people up, basically. So, of course, they would not fear for them ever having something to be canceled that they enjoy or that they're, into,
Yeah,
because they're living in a time where everything or society caters to their fuckery. It is what it is. So they're
right.
not
They got
feel it unless it affects something that they really give a fuck about. Right now, they're just self-absorbed people who want to shut other
yeah,
people up.
yeah. They being disingenuous when they say that. They got an agenda. That's why they trying to like be like, oh, there's no man behind the curtain.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? There's no cancel culture here. Call his manager. Take his job. He said something I don't like.
Hmm.
I was about
Cause
to say the same people that say that probably want to get Whoopi Goldberg fired.
right.
Shit.
uh,
Also, shout out to Whoopi Goldberg.
yeah, shout out to Whoopi Goldberg.
What happened to Whoopi
Uh,
Goldberg?
Nah, just shout out to Whoopi Goldberg. She a legend out here.
Oh,
Didn't
oh,
she
okay,
come back on
okay.
Picard?
I don't recall.
Picard,
Is she gonna be on it?
Star Trek.
Because I know.
I swear I saw like a advertisement. She and Picard were together at a table. I'm like, oh shit, she's back.
Uh, I know Star Trek Picard is gonna have most of the crew back. So
Yeah, I think I saw
I
a
know
clip. I was
they
very
announced
happy.
that before before season 2 Picard start that.
Hmm.
So I guess they really want people to watch Patrick Stewart, which is
Yeah,
just not a problem.
isn't
That
that on
shit's failing.
Paramount?
That's why. Since Discovery came out, it's been like there's nothing but complaints. So
Isn't that on the Paramount app?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Yo, Paramount Plus be having some shows. I peep.
I'm gonna get it
I
when that
just
Knuckles joint come out.
I just want to watch the Rugrats show. That's all.
Hold on,
I said,
Rugrats is on Paramount.
yeah. They turn Phil and Lil's
Don't
mom into a
Paramount
lesbian.
own Nickelodeon?
Yeah, they turn Phil and Lil's mom into a lesbian. So I just want to see how them stories go.
Oh
oh my
wow.
god.
That's funny.
That is funny because everybody was like, we already knew she was kind of a lesbian. I was like, she was
Bruh.
married to a man. She couldn't be a
Bruh.
tomboy. She got to be. But
And even if she was, like, we don't care.
I don't.
I
But at
think
the
should be
same time, I do
non-binary.
find it hilarious. On to the next topic. I guess we could bring back sounds about white. I was going to talk about this last week, but for some reason I held on to it, and I'm kind of glad I did. Uh, we could call this grand opening, grand closing. Y'all seen that white girl that was rapping "Little Baby," and then
Yes.
everybody found out that she done used the N word, and then like her viral shit just stopped.
That shit. I mean, I'm happy that it happened that way because it's way too many damn Negroes that be fucking slobbering in the mouth whenever they see a white person do some black shit. It's way too many niggas like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I,
That shit just kind of old.
I agree with you, but I'm not gonna lie. I did say it was impressive. I didn't hype it up. I said that was pretty impressive. But I did say people also, oh, she invited to the cookout. I was like, I
Oh
was
my
not
Yeah,
gonna.
I
god,
saw that too. I saw that shit too.
bruh.
How
You,
old were
She
they?
ain't invited to a motherfucking thing.
that's what I'm saying. The new blacks.
Yeah.
It was like I said, we got to stop inviting people to the cookout, all right, before they turn into a picnic.
We
We
ain't
And I
got
don't
gonna have
want
no
that.
more. We ain't gonna have no more cookouts. You keep inviting these people.
we got these too many honorary Negroes.
Bruh.
Yeah,
You are an honorary Negro.
That's.
yep,
I mean,
Too
just
many
yeah.
because.
honorary
I
Here's
Negroes
your
mean,
and all of them
Kool-Aid
Negroes
packet.
with honor.
but like I understand, you know, there's some of them that are cool, you know what I'm saying, that we rock with, but don't like, bruh, stop, nigga. You
Pedestal
look like a
for them.
cheerleader.
Do you think that people that say to every white person that either dances or sings similar to a black person, which is like at
Sorry.
100% style, do you think that that's their way of feeling included into their culture?
Yo,
Say it again, Crystal. I'm sorry.
I'm getting
So,
interference.
so every black person that goes on media and says, "Oh, that white girl or white boy is invited to the cookout," do you and they're not doing 100 percentile of what a black person would do when it comes to dances? So they're just doing half-ass shit, right? Do you think that these
Ah,
people are basically saying this to feel included into their white culture,
Mm.
hmm.
like extension to feel like
I wouldn't say trying to be included
Feel that
into
exists.
white culture more as it's a bullshit attempt of forming a kinship that,
yes, thank you, you said it.
you know, isn't there and shouldn't exist to begin with.
Because
is
that's
that
the
a
only
fancy way
conclusion
of
I
saying
I
these
want
niggas are lonely?
if you if you want to be blunt about it, yeah.
I feel so lonely.
no,
It
because
was that Janet Jackson.
I see it too many times. Like I don't see
And
views on
it's like and I have white friends, and I'm sure all of us here do. But
Yeah.
there comes a point where it's just like, you doing too much.
Hmm.
Oh Lord,
Nah,
I've been there.
they're doing
Especially if
entirely
you're in
too
the
much.
military, you gotta kind of tell your white friends, nah, no.
Yeah, you gotta check them. You gotta like G check them a lot. Make sure that they're not game goofy.
Yeah,
No, I
and
just
also,
many times, and it's getting really annoying. So I know
yeah,
a cry from for help to understand, or an extension on welcoming white people by saying something on media and thinking that you're actually understanding or feeling accepted in some way, shape, or form because you don't want to deal with the shadow self or the part of you that really hate white people. So this is your attempt of feeling like you're balanced, and it's not cool. It needs to fucking stop.
But I think the one thing I hate about that whole thing is how fucking like pathetic it be making them look. Like you see this one person doing something like mediocre, might I add. It's like it's always some mediocre ass shit. And then you got some Negroes over there fucking tap dancing, sitting there talking about, oh, look, my culture. Like, shut the fuck up. Like you
Mediocre.
probably just a black. It's like you see a white girl twerking or whatever, and she's better than the other white girls that twerk, and you got these niggas slobbering at the mouth at her, and I'm like, bro, like,
Why can't you just be impressed and leave it at that?
or why
You want
can't
to
you
go
just,
gas them up and shit.
yeah, why can't you just admire quietly?
What
Hmm.
what part of what
or
part
just
of
say that was
what part of
impressive.
niggas is lonely did you miss?
Bro.
Like, so the catch me out girl side is not enough for people to understand you shouldn't hype up anything that another culture does because they can easily make money off of your own culture just by you guys hyping it up.
Huh. Interesting you say that.
Now, I'm just saying, like, a lot of these people that get famous off of TikTok and stuff are backed solely by the Black community, not knowing that the people, the investors, the $1 million people that have money to invest on patents and all that good shit to
They
copy
don't fuck with us.
our stuff. You guys are telling them what to invest in by hyping these motherfuckers up. And if you continue to do it, they're going to keep using y'all motherfuckers as a GPS on where the money's at.
Hmm. It's an
It's
age-old
important.
problem we have too.
I was
It's
about to say, y'all ain't seen them old movies like fucking Dream Girls and Temptations, where they fucking use white people to sing their songs.
people need to watch Cadillac
Uh,
Records part of the Caribbean at this point.
That one
whitewashing,
too. Cadillac Records as well.
whitewashing,
Mm.
whitewashing.
Mm. It's funny you say that too.
Which, by the way, I fucking love
I'm
that
just
movie
saying
too.
the term you're looking for when you bring up the Temptations or other shit. The term you're looking for is whitewashing.
I was digging into a lot of history. A lot of history, especially this year. I was going hard. Yeah. A lot of whitewashing.
And
So,
I just want to
huh.
say on top of that, these are people that appropriate everything because the cultures that they come from are really, 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 really specific. They have caste systems that like embarrass the Indians. Their caste system is something completely different. So whenever like they want to do something, you always notice like when it comes to them, whenever they try to do something, it never really catches on with them unless they're stealing it from somewhere else. And then
Yeah,
they say they discovered it, or like they
they
say,
can't.
oh, this is a new, because most of the shit that they come up with is whack. Let's be
You mean
honest.
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
baby hairs when they discover baby?
Oh, well, you remember Bo Derek braids? Oh my god.
Oh man, I was going baby hair. You with both Derek braids. Woo!
I have never seen black women gear up for war.
Yo.
When that shit happened, like I think every single black woman in America was like, all right, you know what? Get your guns, take off your earrings because this motherfucking on.
Square up.
What?
Just
Fuck
like
that
square
shit.
up, baby.
Do you know why they was able to call it Balderic braids?
Because
Go ahead,
the
Crystal.
actress that wore it.
Yes.
Yeah, that is about as far as that goes.
Well, Let that style be
Is
worn.
it bad that
Fashion.
like I don't even know much about Bo Derek herself? Like, what was
No,
she
it's
in?
not.
What did she?
It's not.
She's from the 70s,
Money over
so
just the name alone. So my thing is, what black women should have done if they were so angry is to start naming the same styles. And if anyone else tries to copy it and put their artist name on it, fucking sue the fuck out of them. But
With
no, plain and talk about, oh, this is our style. Like, for instance, the wigs. A wig was made by a black woman. I forgot her name, but she's the one that started it. And a majority of women that wear wigs is actually not so much the black woman who started it in the acting scene. It was the white woman. But who made the wigs in the first place?
the black woman, obviously. I'm just trying to figure out who was making them tacky ass wigs that just look very synthetic. Them the ones that be.
I just want to know who made the wigs that Tyler Perry be using in his movies. That person need their ass beat.
I think Tyler Perry
Well,
himself made
I
those
think we need
wigs,
to look
but
at the community at
Jesus.
this point.
If he made them himself, that explains everything.
I mean, he does everything else himself. He write, produce, he fucking costume design. He fucking probably does the wigs. It's probably
I
some
mean, the
bad.
costumes is one thing, but if he's making the wigs, nah, dog.
This shit is terrible. Oh shit. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Get your own shit.
Stop trying to gentrify every fucking thing.
Where'd he go? Host is
Oh shit, I was muted.
That's
Oh,
But
my.
anyway, I was like, don't you understand that if they don't steal stuff, they ain't never gonna come out with nothing. They not original.
Do we have to go underground with this?
Underground.
Like Harriet Tubman, everything they create.
Bruh, if we go underground, they're gonna find us. It's not gonna work.
They have the dark
They
web for a reason. We need to start selling.
if they can't steal from us, they ain't got nothing. Don't you understand that?
Oh my God.
They'll commit suicide. They'll do it.
yeah, that's why they need
All
us.
Yeah.
about
to
creativity,
quote
credit where it's
to
due.
quote the white lady who discovered that ranch dressing was actually created by a black man. White people have no fucking culture.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. If white folks were told to return everything that they stole, they'd have nothing.
What about bagpipes? Would they have that?
Funny you say that.
D Wolf got the info.
You know what? Now I'm curious. I'm about to go on Google. Who made bagpipes? What the fuck?
Niggas.
They'd be like,
The original Scott. Uber Black.
Yeah, the original Scott. You know what? That's another conversation.
Bagpipes originated in the Middle East. That's a Middle Eastern.
oh, we just
Hang on.
learned something new.
Hold on.
Egypt.
Hang on.
Egypt, to be specific. So that's us.
Oh, so Africa.
Same difference?
Okay.
Oh
You mean the
shit!
same
Oh
difference?
shit!
Africa.
Oh man! Jesus.
Google be
Okay.
hating, man.
Where'd you say it was
Jesus
again?
defended the-
Where'd you say it was
Bagpipes were
again?
actually first created in Egypt.
Egypt. Okay.
Interesting.
Jeez. They don't even get bagpipes. Damn, they suck. They ain't got
That's where
bagpipes
we were
either.
before we
Shit.
branched out to the British Isles.
No, they got fictional characters. I mean, they made Batman. I guess that's something. It's not tangible, but you know,
Oh my God.
they made Batman.
Look.
That's-
Batman's only superpower is that he got money.
Yeah, but still,
Batman's,
That's the
His
detective.
superpower
you go see all the movies though.
His superpower is white privilege. That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny how the movies don't portray his actual skill, but the comics and cartoons do.
Oh yeah. Well, I
Which is
mean,
being a great
the movie
It's a cartoon. They gotta
being a great detective. That last movie did pretty good at that though. Yeah, I mean, it
he
didn't
kept
do
losing
great.
along the way, though, man. He had
Yeah.
to figure it out last minute and shit. That
Oh,
was
but they
getting me
don't.
annoyed.
But the
I
movies
like
don't
the movie,
depict.
but-
The movies don't depict his wit either, because I mean, Batman's smart enough to beat. He's so smart he beat people who should like wipe him off the face of the earth with one move. But he finds ways to defeat him anyway. He found a way to defeat the whole Justice League by
Oh yeah, I
himself.
love that movie. That was a good
My
one.
man said, "Hey,
See,
there's somebody out here killing the Justice League." It's like who?
that's
Me,
Batman's other superpower is plot
nigga. What?
armor.
Plot armor, yeah, that's pretty much it right there.
White privilege and plot armor.
So, I would say, so who you think got the hardest plot armor out of every and protagonist superhero? Who do you think got
I'm
the
Fucking
hardest
sorry.
plot?
I'm sorry for Batman to regularly survive encounters with superpowered whatever the fuck and aliens and shit. I'm sorry.
they
Batman
got
wins
bat
that
He did
that
get his
hands
back
down.
they
broken and he was out for a while.
they got Batman to beat They got Batman to beat Darkseid.
Thank you. Who
There,
is an
there is
actual fucking god?
right.
Who be whipping Superman on a daily basis too?
Nah, you remember that fucking picture of Darkseid holding Superman by the cape?
Yeah,
He's like, hold on, nigga, where you go?
every time Superman run the fade with Darkseid be whipping that nigga ass, and Batman beat him. So I know, I know Superman
Hell,
be mad
Batman
about
has
that.
spanked Superman several times. So,
Oh,
It's not canon for what people tell you. It's not canon.
nigga, please.
but yeah, did white people master? Did they master animation first?
Animation?
Master it, not created it, but mastered it.
What was the question?
Man, that's something I gotta research. I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't know.
No, what was the question?
Is it?
Did white people master animation first? Did they like reach the pinnacle peak of animation?
No, isn't
The
it?
animation process.
I thought it was Koreans, right?
I don't think
I always
so.
said.
Isn't
I
that where they
always said the
send all the
Japanese.
animation to be done?
I
That's
always said the Japanese. Because some of the
Yeah, but a lot of Korean animators watch Japanese animators, if we're being honest.
that is
Korean
true.
animation seems to be more of a newer thing.
I swear they've been doing that. Like every time they draw it out of the storyboard, they send it to some place in Korea, then it comes back animated.
Hmm. They do send animation to other places sometimes, like that intro, like the first episode in the intro for Ninja Turtles was made in Japan.
Mm.
The old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that was made in Japan.
The
Now that I
80s
think
one?
about it, it makes sense.
The first couple of episodes was, and then they made it. Then they made it over here, and then the quality got worse.
Huh.
Like
Well,
I
no.
I watched the animation documentary, but who it was made
I had
by,
to mute
you
my
can't
mic. I was
really.
laughing so loud.
And they were saying that the anime started after Walt Disney started making movies, and they got inspired by Walt Disney, and then they tried to top Walt Disney, which they kind of did at a certain time in Japan. So anime is like inspired from Disney, according to them. But you know,
Nah, I was collecting that.
white people made that documentary, so you can't really trust that. So yeah, that's a thing.
So when the next Hidden Colors come out, I think that's when we'll know.
Mm. If there isn't a Hidden Colors, he kind of seemed like he quit on that.
I think he done made his money and then just did his piece. Because
Go beyond that.
what was it? Because I don't know if Buck Breaking did well or not, but I know that was the last one he made. So
Hmm. But anyway, I was just trying to.
Historical records and shit, trace people's lineage and stuff like that. Because I can't just go based on people's word.
Yeah.
no. Yeah, some
Yeah, I was just trying to give white people a break. It's like they have to have something. They gotta have something. Like, oh, they are good at
The conquering
like
part. The conquering
they are
part.
like they are good. They are good at movies. Hollywood is like a thing that's
Nah,
like
I'm giving
they
that
do
to
that the
India.
best?
I'm giving that to India.
Nah.
I'm giving that to India. Have you seen Bollywood movies?
Yo, for real
they're
though.
they're entertaining.
Helicopter, helicopter.
But
I
you haven't
am
seen
a
them.
disco dancer. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, that Bollywood shit be lit.
Nah, Bollywood. Nah,
It
let
do
me
be
tell you
lit.
something. Nah,
I seen their
Bollywood,
music videos. Whew.
bro. Yo, Bollywood is actually really fucking good. Like no meme, like no shit. Like the movies are long. I'm not gonna lie. The movies are long, but they're good. Shout out to Bollywood.
I would say I always refer back to '90s black movies. I feel like the one time when we finally got the chance to show our skills with a budget, it shows that we done made classics. So I always say that. I just felt like when it comes to some of our, we need to have the classics. We have the talent. We just got to have the creative mindset. Cause like you don't see one too many hood movies, and I feel like that's all they gave us with the budget. But I feel like as you see with Black Panther, when they finally give you a budget, we could do some amazing shit. And even like when we don't have a budget, like Get Out and I think Us, the shit that Jordan Peele do, you still make some good movies out of that. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it's just the black in me, but I always put Us there. I just feel like we just don't have the budget as some big Hollywood movies do.
You gotta get out of fucking Hollywood. Jesus. That's my
To
move.
get
I said,
to
yo,
get
I'm gonna go straight Jackie Chan and just do it all my fucking self. I'm not answering to Hollywood.
yeah, but he got Hong Kong to back him though. That's the
No,
least
I mean
easy.
before he before he earned that shit. He earned that shit after coming out of school. Him, Yuan Bao, and what's his name, the fat one,
Uh,
Sammo Ho. Yo,
Sammo Hung, yeah,
when they
that's his
came
name.
out, yo, they were killing it. They threw themselves at him because they
Yeah,
all came out the same school, and it's just Jackie Chan had more charisma and all that stuff, and he was heavily influenced by what was that black and white comedian from way back in the day?
uh,
yeah.
It was
the guy with
American.
the guy with the Hitler mustache. That's not Hitler. I said, what's it, Groucho Marx or
No,
something like
not
that?
even him. It was the other one. Shit. I know you're talking. Wait, was it him?
Groucho. The guy who did silent films, right?
Charlie
Yeah.
Chaplin? Huh?
No, it
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
Charlie
there was
that's what
Chaplin.
I
another
was
one. There
thinking.
was another one that was in the same vein. What was his name?
You
He
sure it
says
wasn't
it.
Groucho Marx?
Nah. Shit, what was his name? He says it all the time. You gotta look up his biography. But yeah, with that shit influenced him. That's what made him funny. And funny sells. Because Sam Ho was funny too, but he didn't have what Jackie Chan has. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go straight up produce, do everything, use my own money because I'm not relying on these evil companies. That's why I didn't pursue writing over there because I was like, I know what y'all gonna do. I experienced it in school. What y'all gonna do? So when I actually go and pitch a script, you think it's gonna be mine all the way? I'm like, I'm too exclusive. I'm not doing that. I'm like, fuck
Oh
y'all.
yeah.
Y'all,
Because
they
what is
made
this?
somebody fucking drop out of school because some producing students fucked up his script and made a different movie than he wrote, and he actually dropped out midway. And I'm like, yo, these people are evil. And guess what color they were?
Fall colored.
So I was like, yo, fuck these people. I'll do it myself. I got the skills, so whatever. I just need the money.
From the
That's it.
mountains of Caucasoid.
Oh wait! Rock and roll. Oh, hold on. Never mind. They stole.
No.
They stole that too. They stole that too. Never mind.
They hella fucking stole that.
I remember people
Speaking
used to
of
be
rock and
like,
roll,
"Oh,
speaking of rock and roll, how y'all feel about Eminem going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I don't even
Eminem,
Well,
rock and roll."
Congratulations.
That
he
don't
should do what Dolly Parton did. That's what he should do. Dolly Parton was like, don't put me in that. I'm not rock and roll. I'm country. I'm not. He should do that. Have some respect.
You know what I say? Eminem and rock and roll don't like. Was that a thing that I
But he
missed?
made songs with
I
Elton
mean,
John, so it counts.
I don't know. He
I mean,
samples a lot of like
okay,
old school rock
if
and
I'm
roll songs
correct,
for a lot of
Jay
his
Z.
tracks.
If I'm correct, Jay Z is in it. I think LL
Mhm.
Cool J is in it. Run DMC is in
Yeah.
there.
But you have to
Yep.
you have to accept it. You don't put yourself there.
No,
You
so I
say
think
yes or no.
so I think what it is for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think is more so impact to the culture rather than actual like rock and roll.
That's all I like Dolly Parton's take on it.
Mm,
Because she was like, no, it's about for her.
Because the
She
thing
just
about
broke
the
down. It was about the genre. It's not. I understand. Yeah, it's rock and roll the way I did things. Blah blah blah. But that's not what this is. Yo, keep me where I belong, so I'll be remembered for that forever. Don't put me there. Then people have to be confused later in the future. Like, what she did? Yeah. This should. Why isn't there hip hop? You know, we gotta have our own shit. I'm just saying.
We did. No one cares.
mm.
Because we keep
There was
saying yes to these
If you
motherfuckers. We keep saying yes to these motherfuckers. That's why.
okay.
And make
if you
There's
them
make
like
it,
make them
if you
relevant.
make, y'all know that saying, if you make it, they will come. Well, if you make it, they will steal.
yeah. So the answer your question, D Wolf, we've had a couple of them. VH1 had a thing called Hip Hop Honors where they was
Mhm.
honoring like all the hip hop talent.
Mhm.
BET got the BET Hip Hop Awards when they got the I Am Hip Hop. Like those things are cool, but it's just like we don't push them like we do the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. I think the closest thing we get to like NCAA Image Awards or the Soul Train Awards and some shit like that. But even then, that shit is low budget compared to like the other ones. But
That's why we got to do it from the ground up, yo. We have like public funding and shit like that. All we gotta do is pool our resources together, and we can have that. We totally can have that. We don't because where's the money coming from? From the top, we're begging for this shit. Then when we get it, because I remember saying to myself, I remember when BET first came out, I started lining up with the other music channels. I'm like, why is this the only bootleg looking one? Why is it when HDTV came out, BT was the last motherfucking channel to turn HD?
You know why?
I know why, but I'm saying, you see, that's what I'm saying, and we accepted this. Nobody said anything, you know. And I'm like, if it was ours, they would beg for it. But because we're under the heel of these other companies, owners, whoever had it, Turner or whoever owns the shit, you know, we're under
Viacom,
them, Viacom,
Viacom.
you know,
Viacom.
we need our own fucking Viacom.
You know what? You know
True
why I
shit.
call BET now? BET is just a commercial simulator because the commercials, oh my god. If you're watching a movie in BET right now, you're watching more commercials than the actual fucking movie.
Facts.
Right,
Facts.
it's there to sell ads. My God.
Does anyone know who Sarah Rector is?
nope.
No.
All right, so she's the black girl that was registered as white due to her wealth. Okay. So, and this was in the 1800s, by the way.
Oh
So,
wow.
my whole thing is with Eminem being registered in the Hall of Rock and Fame or whatever the hell it's called. Do you think that they're pulling a Sarah Rector?
No.
Uh,
Okay.
Nah.
no, just because white people love Eminem. It's and I think he's
For the
honestly.
most
I'm
part.
gonna be fair when it comes to Eminem. I think he's there off of accolades. The accolades, because he never. I don't. In my opinion, Eminem never pretended to be no one but himself,
Right.
and like Eminem kind of inspired a lot of black artists like Hobson's and the Tyler Creators, the kind of like rapper. He did. I will say this: he did make his own way, even though like people like Lord Jamar say he's a guest in hip hop, in which you can't not argue that. But I feel like he's there because of his own accolades, because white people do love him. Like white people love Eminem.
So they have a Hip Hall of Fame too, right?
Yes.
All right. And the reason he's in the Rock is because it's more accolades. I'm a little confused.
Yeah, it's his impact to the culture. That's what I think it is.
That's what, yeah, that's what it's
Yes,
mainly about. It's
because
really about the fame and all that stuff. That's what's real more than the music itself. That's why
Yeah,
there's
he's
that's why
larger.
they have
Yeah,
like other hip hop artists, black artists in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So it's about that. That's
Oh,
why I was saying I had respect for Dolly Parton for saying no when they offered it to her, because she was like, "That's it didn't make sense."
Because like I said, Run DMC is in there, and I believe LL Cool J is there. I'm not
Yeah,
sure, but I think
LL Cool J's in there too.
yeah, LL Cool J is there. So there are black artists that's in there. So it's just one of those things where it's just like I could see Eminem being in there. I know Benzino of all people had problems with it, but that's Benzino.
The only way I'll go with this is if they admit they stole it from us.
They
Good luck
will
with
Good
that.
luck
not.
with that.
I know
Good
that's
luck
what I'm
with that.
saying. That's why it ain't
Oh,
happening. So we
oh.
can make our own thing.
I'm glad that you're saying it. My mind was thinking of it in a whole different aspect because you know how rock and roll stars can do whatever the fuck they want to do and they'll never be charged for anything, but let a hip hop artist do something out of it's going to be all over the news. So I
Yeah,
I
they
was,
mean,
raided dude's house the other day. Remember?
yeah.
Is rock and roll even a mainstream thing anymore? For real?
yeah.
Mm,
Unless your name is Imagine Dragons, I don't know.
Yo,
and I and I don't know if you can even really call them rock and roll.
Who Imagine Dragons?
I only like one song from them, and that's from the
Imagine Dragons are
Transformers
more
movie.
alternative.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, POD and I don't know. Wish that we had a time machine just so I can go back and listen to real rock, but
And I'm sure there are black rock and roll bands that's not even in there, because I listen to a lot of them.
Now you know who really needs to be in there? In Living Color.
Not in
I
The
was
living
band that
living
thinking the
does
same
color.
CM
Yeah, I know
thing.
what
Punk's
you're talking
theme
about.
song.
I love fucking living color, yo.
That's the band
Oh,
that does CM Punk's theme song.
Yeah. Or Hootie and the Blowfish. I don't
I'm
know
just
Hootie and the
mad they
Blow.
fucking
Well, that's
sued the
more
show.
country, so never mind.
like
Even still, they can kind of get a spot there. At the very least,
What you
you
said,
know,
Hootie?
Yeah, I said
at,
Hootie. I said
Oh,
at
Hootie.
well,
bare
see, that's country.
minimum, at bare
That's
minimum,
why I stopped
Darius Rucker
myself. That's why I
himself.
Oh,
stopped
okay.
At
myself.
bare
I said
minimum.
Hootie country.
hmm.
Yeah, we need to fix this shit
Oh shit.
yesterday.
Look,
Like, it's
I'm
already proven, yo. We are pulling in all the money. That's all the proof we fucking need.
hey man, look,
Everybody's
hey no,
copying us. Every fucking culture is copying us. So why aren't we making bank off of them? Why do you think these SoundCloud artists are there? Because they do this independently.
Yeah,
look,
but
hey,
you know
don't
what,
nobody
Debo?
agree with
Like, I just want to say real quick, like, when we do it, we don't do it for like the money. We do it because we're a spiritual people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're a
Mm.
people that actually, like, we actually love having like our peers around us and cracking jokes and making music and shit like that because it actually enriches our spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We,
we
we,
have
we,
a we have an
At,
essence that like we like to share that shit amongst our own because we amplify each other.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
what it is. We don't do it for the money.
Yep.
yeah, but
at the
in the
very
perfect world,
least, most of us do it for the love of just the craft itself.
That's already
yeah,
biblical. So
in a perfect world, that would be great. But we ain't in this perfect world, so we need to start making some fucking money off this shit, so we can uplift the rest of the people.
yeah,
me.
because it's
I
in the
actually
zeitgeist.
it's
So
like it's so I agree and I disagree because I agree that we need to be making money off of it just off the fact that we live in this world. But I also disagree because money is a corrupter. When you do shit for money, it hinders the
Creative profit, yeah, you're right, you're right, you're
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like,
Because
yeah,
every time something goes mainstream, the
yeah,
quality of the storytelling, character
yeah,
design, or
exactly.
just the music, the plot, everything just kind of goes to shit.
we should
Right.
make our money talk,
If you
not let it
Like,
if
be
you
money
want
be
the
wealth.
perfect prime example of a current day artist for exactly what you just said, look at Megan Thee Stallion.
What?
Yeah.
Explain that
Her
one, Dion. Explain that one.
plain and simple, her shit
Uh-oh.
from before she went mainstream is a hell of a lot better than
It was more quality.
her later shit.
and
Yeah,
no, I think it no, I don't even think is that. I just think that she's at a place where she can experiment with her sound and make a lot of money from it. If she was experimenting while she was still in the underground, she wouldn't be getting anywhere. But now she's at a point where like a lot of people want to add her sound to their music. So it's gonna sound like, oh, the quality has dipped, but it's not that. It's just she's adding her own flavor to sounds that have already been established. So you can't really say that the quality has dipped in that regard.
Maybe it's just me. I like her older shit from before she was, before she got to where she is now.
I think that's everybody that does mainstream though. It seems
Imagine,
like you do mainstream sounds. Your underground shit don't work, so you do mainstream sounds to get a broader audience, and
I
then like
mean,
the
imagine if
older
it
fans
wasn't
is just like I
mainstream.
don't fuck with it.
Imagine if it wasn't mainstream, and it just stayed within
I
the community,
mean,
or you just had to go underground,
Right,
watch the shows and shit like that. It will be so much
Mm.
better.
right. People,
We will
nah,
keep all, and the thing is, understand what you're saying about money, but that wealth would be well earned and well kept by whomever made the music,
yeah,
and no black person will be mad at it because
but
we
I think
know
the
it's
one
theirs. There's no
thing,
such thing as a sellout. Oh, we paid you, we enjoyed it. But
but
now,
yeah,
when you think of who owns this shit, now we're looking at that person's answering to some white guy and shit like that. So, oh no, we deserve that money. Why aren't you giving it to us? Oh, that's gonna be thrown in there. But when it's us and it's exclusive, we'll have that respect, son. We are. Oh my god,
Um,
it's
I got an example of
I
something
see.
going mainstream.
Yeah, I hear what you're talking about, D Wolf, and I agree. I just think that we also need to realize that the recognition of your peers and having that much impact to your culture is a form of wealth that can't be bought with money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit.
mm,
Like, for example, MC Hammer, right?
mm,
MC Hammer is a name that a lot of people recognize. He may not be the richest rapper in the world, but everybody know who the fuck MC Hammer is, and
mm-hmm,
that's priceless to me.
mm-hmm.
You can't fucking like it doesn't matter how much money you have. When people who don't even listen to rap know your fucking name, you're doing something right.
Yeah, I watched the fucking cartoon. What you mean?
Exactly.
Hammer
mm,
man, hammer, hammer
Hammer,
man.
man.
Oh, the
Mm-hmm.
fact that I even know that is oh my god.
showing your age, huh?
Yo, 90s
I'm
babies, yo.
showing my
Come on.
fucking age.
I ain't mad at it.
Don't be upset.
Oh man, Wayne head just popped in my head too,
Oh
like because I
no,
remember watching.
word.
Yeah,
Man, I remember the old Harlem Globetrotters cartoon, man. Don't.
Mm-hmm. What was
the
that, Hanna
That
Barbera,
Globe
right?
Trotters cartoon.
That was Hanna
Yeah,
Barbera.
when they all had superpowers and shit. You remember that
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
shit?
Yeah,
Then they
one
went
was
into
Yeah.
space
gay.
eventually and started battling motherfuckers on different planets and shit. First they had to teach them, then they beat them.
Yeah,
Uh, classic.
Now, who remembers Carmen San Diego? Who remembers
Oh
that?
yeah,
I do.
both.
Of
Yeah,
course.
Oh yeah.
How can you not know what that
the
is?
cartoon and the game shows.
Oh, there's a lot of people that don't know that it's
The
happening.
game show, and then they had the computer games too.
Mm,
Yeah.
Where in time is Carmen San Diego? I had that one.
mm.
They were PC games, I think, though only.
Yeah, they were PC joints. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Wearing time to come to San Diego made me feel dumb.
Did y'all
I
see
was
the Netflix one? Was that good?
Nah,
uh,
I
the
didn't even
one
know there
where
was a
who is
Netflix
it?
one.
Selena Gomez is playing Carmen San Diego. Like she's not a villain in that one. She's like a good guy or some shit like that. So
Wow, word.
Right.
they
I've
changed
always
the
That's why I
known
whole.
don't
Carmen
do with
San Diego as
remakes,
a villain.
yo.
Isn't she supposed to be like this infamous thief or some shit? Why is she a
Yeah.
good guy
Yes,
now?
yes, because they want her to be a good guy. People gonna
No,
change.
That's why I don't do
Look,
no.
remakes
you know how
nor
reboots are.
Netflix.
That's why people have problems with reboots. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
Probably because they didn't want to promote thievery to the kids now. Because nowadays they treat kids like they dumb.
Especially a
Kids
female
into
thief.
yeah,
she's a
kids entertainment these days is kind of stupid.
Kinda.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I was being too nice, but yeah, they're dumb.
which is kind of weird to me because like we grew up on X-Men and Spider-Man and
Word.
those
Batman, the
were
animated series and shit,
yeah,
Gargoyles.
And they
They
were
had
slick
real
with it,
plots.
yo.
Yeah, yeah.
But nowadays, it's all in your face. But back in those days, you didn't get some of the adult innuendos. But when you look back, you're like, oh shit, that's what they meant. Because you get it now. They were slick. They had they knew how they were doing shit
Yeah,
back
y'all
then.
remember that? You remember that one Sonic cartoon that had kind of like a serious and dark theme to it?
Was it
yeah.
Underground with the
Not
siblings?
Uh,
Underground.
the
There's one
other
before
the
You
that.
other
might
One
be
Sonic,
thinking
before
of
that.
Sonic X.
No,
No,
that
Well,
was
Sonic.
no,
that's
not that
newer.
one. That's
It was Sonic.
newer. Yeah.
I think it was Sonic Adventures or something like that. But I
With
know.
Jaleel White
Yeah,
playing Sonic. Yeah.
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 It had like the
He's
dark
the
themes and
fastest
all that
thing
stuff.
Yeah, his
alive.
grandfather got turned into a robot and shit. That's
Yeah,
kind of
Sonic,
yeah.
dark.
he can really move. Sonic, he's
I
got
just saw that, yo. I
attitude.
just saw the sequel. Anybody see that?
I remember.
Oh, that's on YouTube. It's like a trailer or something.
No, no. I mean the live action film.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I saw
Sonic
that.
3?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo,
I haven't
That
seen
joint.
Idris
it
Elba
yet.
did it again,
I
son.
still need to
I'll tell
watch
you, I can
that.
watch anything that man's in, yo. Even if he's
The,
doing the
and
voice.
then the only reason I'm even remotely interested in the first Sonic movie is because I want to see that before watching the second, because my favorite Sonic character is in the second one.
Oh
Knuckles.
well, you're gonna yo. I'm
Yes.
telling you right now, Idris Elba kills it. So yeah, hurry up and
There's
watch that
on
shit.
there's one thing that could make that movie better is better music. The music could have been a little bit better. Soundtrack.
Mm.
Because
What they give you like?
Sonic heavy on soundtrack, and that joint was not it.
Sonic is very heavy on soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to just play the music in the games when you go to the bonus section. I used to just play the music in the background.
Yeah, they be putting out bangers.
And don't forget, Michael Jackson did the old
The
school
third
Genesis
joint. Yeah, he
games.
did the
Yo.
third joint.
He did the
Yeah,
second one too.